outfield. Hey, any throws, infield, outfield, finish down, okay? When you finish up, ball's gonna stay up. Finish down. Move over that way too, you're not playing center field. Good. Two. That's it out, hitting up there, kid. Back that okay to good. You ain't going anywhere. Good. Infield, go one again. One. Good. One. Make him a move over there. Better, Emma. One. Better. One. Hey, she's out. Yep, there. Infield, go two. Turn two. Ready? Good throw. Good throw. Good play. Two. Good job. Good job. Two. Two. Good attempt, Danny. Excellent job pausing there just in case you missed that because you had to be there. Good job. Good job. Outfield three. Good. Two, and three. Oh. Three. Give it a cut there. Two. Good play. Julia, get that to come to you though, okay? Yeah, because you get it to your stronger arm coming in, but that was a nice play, yeah. Three. Good turn on that. Complete that throw down. Finish the throw down. Infield three. An excellent job going around the ball the way you did. Really nice job. Three. Let's go. Good job. You want to attack this, okay? You're going three. Attack it. Nicely done. Good job. Three. Finish your throws down. Good job. 4 and off outfield. Just give me a space so I don't hit you. Lose your play. 4 and off. Yeah. Charge it. Drive it. Good throw. Come on, Maddie. How long does it take you to get in from the outfield? Oh, Lord. I killed you. Come on. Whoa, what's going to come on? Throw. And what's your attack? Look how fast you're coming. That's all I see, Maddie. Come on, Julia. Same thing. Let's go. Pack it. Drive it. Infield, 4 and off.
everybody, and I am the voice Greg Moreno, and we are Westerly.live. We are live here at Similary Sports Complex, home of the Westerly Bulldogs female fast pitch softball team. We are hosting Rogers Vikings in the season opener for the Bulldogs. The Vikings, a tough loss, 13 to nothing non-conference, non-league to South Kingstown, so they're 0-1 non-league, 0-0 in a lot of work to get the field playable today, so the field is a little bit wet. We could change play a bit in favor of the better defensive team. Bulldogs, number 3, Dina Arnold. Number 12, Alexa Beal. Number 35, Cassie Birch. Number 2, Gabriella Brennan. Number 24, Emma Caracciolo. Number 15, Elena Murdoch. Number 33, Alex Storr. Number 4, Ava Tenuta. Number 18, Sophie Valentini. Number 19, Lily Page. The umpires are conversing at home plate. I have a bird's eye view of the game today. No place better than where I am right now. The weather looks like it's going to hang for us, so we should have a good night for a game. Running a little bit behind, but coaches are meeting up with the umpires. Pitcher staying loose. The Vikings roster, they come in with number 2, Ramos, number 4, Pendergast, number 6, Riley, number 7, Dermore, number 8, Margolis, number 9, Letty, number 11, Crowley, number 12, Margolis, Emily, number 13, Conley, number 14, Jackson, number 15, Johnson, number 17, Cherry, number 18, Brian, number 19, Ward, number 23, Palmer, number 24, Savage, and number 27, Carroll. So the players are ready to go. Coach is handing in the switching off official lineups. And we're only moments from play here. The first live action this field has seen this spring. Again, we are Westerly.live, bringing you all Westerly time. Westerly comes into the season with 5 seniors. And only 2 as a young team. Also have a young team. Coach Leppy, he doesn't put out a good product on the field. He has been here for a long time and has proven his worth in softball. And the coaches shake hands. And I would venture to guess we will soon see the Bulldogs take the field. That the numbers that are being worn by the Bulldogs tonight will not be their numbers going forward throughout. So these are alternate numbers. You have to bear with me a little bit with identification, but I will do the best I can. And I will take Elena Murdoch takes the rubber and opening pitches for the Bulldogs 2021 varsity softball season. They're still in match as they play. And Murdoch, as she is touching all. Nice. And that ball dropped hard. Adams, the second baseman, and the Bulldogs moments away from starting their 2021 season. It will be Elena Murdoch throwing the first pitch. Demore for Rogers leads. She's a shortstop or pitch. And fastball up and away. Leadoff hitter doing what leadoff hitters should do. Pitcher on base any way possible. Take all the way. Count is 2-1 from Murdoch to Demore. And that's a nice breaking ball inside. Little off speed. Murdoch freezes Demore. And we're all the way back to 2-2. And a pitch off speed. Nice little off-speed breaking pitch. Stayed up in the zone. Protective swing by Demore. And the count remains 2-2. Demore is making her work. And fouls another one. That was over to the zone. Seventh pitch. Seven Demore doing exactly. And breaking ball up in the zone. They count. Pitch number 8 to batter number 1. And it's a swing and a miss. It's a little off speed. She made her work for it. To a K. And there's nobody on. One out for the Bulldogs. Left. The pitch. Pop up and caught. That was long, hard work out, and now you got is much better than off batter. Needless to say, and that's a strike right over the middle. This is number 19, Ward. Hit high to center field, and it is caught, and that will end this half of the inning. And the Bulldogs escape, giving up no runs. Just pass it around. Let's see who the pitcher will be for the Vikings. All right. And the first pitch warm up by the Rogers outfield. So far, and that's fastball and plate. And as the balls get thrown in, Westerly heads into their first at bat of the season, which will be number 33 for the day. It's Lily Allen. That is incorrect. It is Lily Vetolino. Store getting final instructions from Coach Luppy. And steps into the box to start the Bulldogs 2021 offensive season. The pitch is away, and it's ball one. Does throw hard. Store playing right field on defense of the Bulldogs. Puts out the bunt. The bunt is a good one. It's down the line, fielded, and she is safe. Great bunt, great throw, great play at first base. First baseman stretched as far as you can stretch. Coach is walking onto the field, I believe, to discuss the call on the field. And nevertheless, great bunt to open the season for the Bulldogs. Right down the line, played about as well as you can be played on defense by Rogers. Some bunts are just in the impossible spot to play. Great play by the first baseman, laid out to catch the ball, who's actually the second baseman in the rotation. Store is 1 for 1 on the season. We have a runner at first and nobody out for the Bulldogs. And a swing, a tailing fly ball. It is going to land foul, if anywhere, and it is a foul ball. Short flies for a strike. Gabriella Brennan at bat. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, swings through the legs of the pitcher. It's fielded by the second baseman. And it is safe everywhere. And the Bulldogs have now bunted for a hit and slashed for a hit. The old bunt, pull back, and swing right between the legs of the surprised pitcher. And the Bulldogs now have ladies on first and second with nobody out. First pitch, curveball away. At bat, number 15 for the Bulldogs, Elena Murdoch, the pitcher. Two ladies up, two ladies on to start the season. Can't start a better way. Squares the bunt and misses. Held on to the square.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bulldogs trying a little new offensive strategy to open the season. And the pitch is outside. That'll bring it to 2-1. There was no movement towards the bunt on that. We'll see what happens here. 2-1. Definitely a count. You'd see a swing. And it's a changeup. Outside, she got just enough of it. Falls in front of the center fielder in the gap. We're heading home. And make it cut off by the first baseman in the area of the rubber. And that is a single for Elena Murdoch, helping her own cause with the RBI. And the Bulldogs lead 1-0. They have runners on first and second, and still nobody out. Corners are in for the Vikings. Why wouldn't they be? And it's a nice curveball away. And both runners advance to second and third on the pass ball. It was an off-speed curveball. Cut hard at the end. The catcher couldn't handle it. It was swung at. It is 0-1 with a Bulldog on third and a Bulldog on second. The score is 1-0, top of the first. And that is over the middle of the plate, and it's a swing and a miss. At bat, Emma Caracciolo, first at bat of the season. Third baseman for the Bulldogs. There is one strike. And that pitch is up. Again, not handled very well by the catcher, but that makes the count 1-1. Again, the Bulldogs have two runners in scoring position. Top of the first inning, have already brought in one run. And the pitch over the middle, a little bit upstairs, and it's a swing and a miss for an out. There is one out. Still two runners in scoring position. Even a fly ball to the outfield will add a second insurance run for the Bulldogs.
The conference coach.
Sacrifice fly is always effective. Hit always more effective. Third baseman nearly a third of the way in, cutting off any possibility of a bunt unless it's a push. Squares the bunt. And it's in between the third baseman and the pitcher, and that's going to score one run. Second one almost gets stuck in a rundown. Wisely gets back to third base. As I say, it's impossible to bunt. The perfect bunt between both fielders. And this is some fundamental softball we're seeing to open the season for Coach Luppy's Bulldogs. Again, a bunt for an RBI. Making the score 3-0. Runners at the corners. A swing and a miss. Runner advances. Defense allows. Two more in scoring position. One out, top of the first. 3 runs in. Squares the bunt, pulls back, pitches outside. Pulled back on time. This is very entertaining to watch. It's great to watch good fundamentals, and Coach Luppy is going with keep doing it until they can stop it. But in reality, the bunts that are being laid down by the Bulldogs, the Vikings can't do anything with. And we may see another one. She left it out that time until the last second, pulled it away wisely as the pitch was outside and high. But they're showing their ability to be patient for a ball in the strike zone and their ability to bunt. You know, staple of the game since its origination. The square pulls it back outside. Called a strike. Wow, that pitch really looked outside to me. That's something. That was a tricky one. Lily Vettelino at bat here. And the pitch is a swing and a miss over the plate. And that'll be out number 2 for the Bulldogs. Tough call for the second strike on bat. I do have a bird's eye view of the head of the umpire and home plate. I have the best seat in the house. And again, there's nowhere in Westerly I'd rather be. I'm your voice, Greg Morano. We are Westerly.live. If it's Westerly Sports, we are there. And we love doing it. And the pitch. Looks like maybe a two-seam fastball with a little tail on it. At bat for the Bulldogs is going to be number 18, Sophie Valentini. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Big spot. And the pitch. Little looper to second base, and it is fielded, and the side is retired. But not before the Bulldogs tack on 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Show their bunting ability clearly throughout the lineup. 2 runners left on. So 8 batters saw the plate for the Bulldogs. That's a correction. It's going to be 2-0 by the Bulldogs. Interesting approach to open the season, but effective nevertheless, as the Bulldogs head into the top of the second inning with a 2-run lead. Murdoch warming up. Last inning was forced to work hard on the initial batter and then smoothly and effectively dispatched the next 2. Efficiently, I should say. So the first inning of the Bulldogs season goes to the Bulldogs with a 2-run to none lead heading into the second. Again, having 8 batters get to the plate is a good offensive inning. Having 5 of them reach base by means of 4 by means of a bunt and 1 of them by means of a slash. The slash did go through the legs of the pitcher, but those bunts were in effective spots where the defense couldn't cheat. That inning being in the past, we move forward here to top of the second. And that'll be Riley, number 6, second baseman and catcher, junior for the Rogers Vikings, getting her signs. And we're ready to go. And the first pitch is a low and inside. And the corners are in a bit, and that pitch is in as well. That's going to make it 2-0. A little off speed. Trying to play the inside corner. And that one's over the plate, and it is called high, and that will make the count 3-0. So now we'll look for something just over the plate. Probably on a hold this early in the game, down only 2. Infield a bit in, and that's a little breaking ball, and that is also upstairs. And that's a 4-pitch walk to open the inning for Murdoch. And number 18, Brian, the first baseman for the Vikings, takes the plate. We have a lady on first, nobody out in the top of the second inning. Bulldogs with a 2-0 lead. Murdoch on the rubber for the Bulldogs. The first baseman, Brian, number 18, at bat for Rogers. The pitch, a breaking ball on the inside corner. That's what she was looking for in the first 2 pitches of the last at bat. Just couldn't find the spot. She likes the pitch, and it is a strike, so it is 0-1. Corners are a bit in, about 5 feet in front of their base. And square to bunt, going to go foul. That's one thing the Bulldogs weren't doing when they were following through with their bunt. They were getting the ball down on the ground. I think there was one foul bunt attempt. They also displayed patience. So we've seen her square. Will she square again? And it's that inside spot she was looking for. She found it this at bat, and that's a strikeout. So there's 1 out, 1 on for Rogers. A little slow roller on the inside corner for a righty. Could be a little dangerous to throw at for a lefty. Number 23, Palmer, the catcher and second baseman for the Viking, only a freshman. And that pitch is low and away, and that pitch gets away from the catcher. That's nearly impossible to field. Looking for third, round second hard. And back to second she goes, pass ball, and that will advance the Vikings to their first runner in scoring position of the day. Again, I think it was that pitch falling off her hand a little bit too far clearly. Palmer, only a freshman, stands in with a 1-0 count. The pitch, she's stealing third. Nope, just a hard fake. Back, and it's a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Hard lead she took. Third baseman playing near third. Will be ready if there is movement. No. And she's halfway between, and she is going to retreat.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the count 1-2. This is a good count 2 steal on. And it's fouled off. No steal on that one either. Count remains 1-2 on Palmer. And it's outside. Just outside. Good height. Just outside off the plate. The count is 2-2. Rogers batters are making her work. I couldn't have a better view of this game. And this one's popped up in foul territory. The catcher can find out where she's at and makes a great catch. Great catch made on that play for the Bulldogs' first out. That's Dina Arnold behind the plate for the Bulldogs. And that one's right over the middle. Pretty good velocity, a little bit of movement. Number 8 at bat, Margolis, outfielder. Junior for Rogers at the plate. Very difficult play that Arnold made. Any kind of foul ball behind home plate has that reverse spin on it, makes you turn around, catch it backwards. The pitch, squares to bunt. It's got a bad spin on it, and they let it go foul. And that's just going to be a strike with a little bit of movement on the field. You knew as that ball came off the plate, Dina wisely saw the same thing. The spin on the ball was going to put it into foul territory. She wisely allows it to go there. And it is strike 2. Quickly ahead in the count, 1 out, 1 on. Scoring position, second base, score 2-0 Bulldogs. The pitch, nice pitch over the plate, dives away a little bit, and that was strike 3. And that will end the inning for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs heading to the bottom of the second with a 2-0 lead. Again, next time you see the Bulldogs, they will be wearing different numbers and will be wearing different uniforms. I am working the best I can with the numbers that I have for today. So let's see the Bulldogs attack approach in this bottom of the second inning, as the first inning was clearly to show the team the importance of fundamentals and see if Rogers conversely had the fundamentals to prevent the bunt. And the Bulldogs showed their ability to place the bunt between players, before players, by players. There was even a slash involved, with the general result hit up the middle to a charging infielder. For the Bulldogs, Margolis, number 12, sophomore outfielder, will lead off the inning. Correction, number 12 is Alexa Beal. It'll be Alexa Beal leading off the inning, followed by number 4, Ava Tenuta, who is on deck. And it looks like we are ready to go. It's a beautiful thing here, having sports back, being outside with restrictions lowering by the day. And the first pitch is just finished up, and her volleyball career for the Bulldogs. And pitch number 2 is a strike. A little bit upstairs, a little bit of movement on the pitch. Strike regardless. And that pitch is an inside strike. Let go. That pitch was in the zone, it appeared. And the count is 0-2. And this one is outside. Excuse me, the count is 2-2. And wisely let go. And it's outside. Full count. Beal, the senior, with a good at bat, and it's 3-2. All the way back from 0-2. The pitch fouled away. And that's just another pitch. This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat. Third baseman playing dangerously in my estimation, in a non-bunt situation to a non-bunter. And that is a nice pitch on the inside. And that is a strikeout. And there is now 1 out in the inning, no one on. And the team comes to the rubber to congratulate the pitcher on the out. At bat for the Bulldogs, number 4, Ava Tenuta. Store on deck, pitch number 1 is upstairs. And the count is 1-0. Nuda awaits the pitch. And she goes the other way with it, just foul. Takes the curveball where it was going. Great job of hitting. Opening up her wrist, letting it go to the opposite field. Another inch or two, and it would have hit the bag. The importance of going to the opposite field and the ability, which is becoming rarer and rarer, to pitch outside. That's why you see most pitchers attacking the outside of the plate. Batters rarely have the ability to open their wrists and go the other way. Allow the ball to go where it wants to. And the same pitch, forced up the middle, and it is going to be a slow bounce to the pitcher, fielded, and that is going to be out number 2. Same pitch, she took the other way, just foul. She tried to pull, didn't get enough behind it. Nearly impossible to, and that will be out number 2 for the Bulldogs. At bat, Alex Storr with 2 outs and nobody on. Brennan on deck for the Bulldogs. The pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Two outs, nobody on. And the pitch is a slow breaking ball and a generous corner for the strike. The count is 1-1. And the batter is now free to swing. Probably on a hold, just trying to steal a walk if they could. And that is a nice pitch on the inside of the plate. Strike 2. And we have a 1-2 count. 2 outs, nobody on. And the Rebels the Vikings correction, looking to get off the field. And it's outside, ball 2. I will give credit to Ward, the pitcher, who throws very few over the center of the plate. She either works the inside or the outside. And that is high and slow. And a slow changeup all the way back. Working the count all the way back. The pitch, and it's swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that will end the inning. No damage done by the Bulldogs. And it's the Vikings' turn. Top of the 3rd inning. The Bulldogs are leading 2-0 here at Similori Field. Game 1 for the Bulldogs of this spring season. It is great to be here. I am your voice, Greg Moreno. We are Westerly.live. We are going to head to commercial quickly. We've chosen to remain live as the Bulldogs warm up. It is actually a beautiful. Welcome back, everybody. Top of the 3rd inning, number 13. Freshman outfielder Connolly for the Vikings leads off. Murdoch on the rubber for the Bulldogs. First pitch off speed down the middle. Fouled straight back. Strike 1. Cranston, an outfielder, number 15 for Rogers, leads off the inning. And Murdoch takes the rubber. The pitch outside, reaches for it, bunts it foul. Pitch was pretty far outside. Given a strike on that one. That's a good break for the Bulldogs. Not going to see much of an adjustment. Bulldogs playing a bit in, but pretty much intermediate. Squares again, puts it down right back to the pitcher. Murdoch fields it, the throw on spot, one out. One up, one down for the Bulldogs. And the pitcher, Ward, the senior for Rogers, takes the plate, steps into the box, gets her signs. Pitcher versus pitcher here. And it's inside and low. That's going to be ball one. Always a little bit of extra excitement for the batter when the pitcher steps in against their foe for the day. And pitch number 2, hit pretty hard but straight up, being called by 2 people, and the first baseman steals it. Need to be a little bit louder with communication. That could have caused a problem. It could also cause injuries. Regardless, it's an out for the Bulldogs. Murdoch's pitch. It is upstairs and the ball. 1-0. Riley, the second baseman, junior, for the Vikings. Inside and low. Almost hits the toe. We're in the top of the 4th inning here in Civillory Field. No more rain predicted. We should be good to go for the night, folks. Hope you're tuning in. We are Westerly.live. I'm your voice, Greg Morano, and the Bulldogs are winning. And that's a ball. But that's what we like to see, and that's what we like to say. The Bulldogs are winning 3-0. Top of the 4th. All Bulldog sports all the time. We are your source. The pitch. And it hits the front corner. Called a strike. Inside. 3-1 count. And the pitch is off speed, swing and a miss. Nice pitch, a little bit up. Back to 3-2. And the pitch right up the middle, fielded by the pitcher. And Murdoch throws it cleanly to first base, retires the side. And after 4 for Murdoch, no runs given up. And a 4-0 lead. Same pitcher appears to be heading to the rubber for the Vikings. That's the thing about these pitchers. They throw a lot of pitches and they throw a lot of innings and they throw a lot of games in short periods of time. It's really quite amazing, especially what can be done with that ball. Both pitchers doing a good job of playing the edges. I mean, you got to figure if the Bulldogs didn't come out with that bunting frenzy, who would expect to open a season with that? 7 bunt attempts in 1 inning to start the season. That's a great job coaching. Besides that, the Vikings have stood pretty tall and given up only 1 run. They have reached scoring position, just haven't converted. The Bulldogs do play good defensively. Coach Levy has his team ready to play year after year. Not sure of the exact number of years. Was trying to get that information, but he wouldn't give it up. All right, we're ready to start the bottom of the fourth inning here as the Vikings finish up. Number 18, Valentini for the Bulldogs. Will bat. So Valentini, first baseman for the Bulldogs. And the first pitch is a strike, fouled away. Bulldogs doing a good job going with the pitch, though, I must say. I spoke of the importance of it, and they are showing their ability. Even on foul balls, they're making the effort to go that direction. And it's inside. She tries to capitalize. A little bit upstairs. Now the pitcher's quickly ahead 0-2. And the pitch is outside, as expected, 1-2. I wouldn't be surprised to see something upstairs. Try to get the batter to chase, maybe. And that's up and away, and that'll be 2-2 count. Now we're back to reality, and she's going to have to come after her. Again, the senior pitcher, Ward, for the Vikings, has thrown a good game. Valentini all the way back. And that's over the plate. Tries to pull it. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw in time. And it's an out. And that's an example of what happens kind of if you don't go the other way on an outside pitch and you try to pull it. You may make solid contact, but you're not going to have much behind it. And it turns into pretty much your everyday ground ball. And that's what we just saw. Beal steps into the plate. And a slow curveball, a little change-up curve over the plate, strike one. Catcher trying to get the signs in from the coach. Checks her wrist. They got to go through about 4 things before the pitcher gets it. And the pitch is over the plate. Outside, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little frustration at the plate. It's natural. And it's outside. It's a good pitch for that time. Pitcher again is doing a good job for the Vikings, swinging a miss, and that's out number 1 for the Bulldogs. Walking into the box for the Bulldogs, Ava Tenuta. And the pitch is a strike right over the middle. Store on deck for the Bulldogs. Count 0-1, scored 3-0. Inning bottom 4. Location, Similary Field, Westerly, Rhode Island. We are the Bulldogs. We are Westerly.live. I am the voice, Greg Morano. And it's down the middle, fouled away. 2 hittable pitches, fouled away both times. The count 0-2. And the pitch on the outside edge, a little bit too far outside. And it is a ball, a good eye by Tenuta. And that one's over the middle. Ground ball to the first base, fielded well. And she gets there first, makes it easy, and that will retire the side. So Ward really doing a good job for the Vikings. She has, however, thrown more pitches. and we'll see how things progress. We are heading to the top of the 5th inning here at Seminole Field, home of the Westerly Bulldogs. Opening game of the season for the Bulldogs, who lead 3-0 in the 5th here over the Rogers Vikings. We are going to head to commercial briefly, and I will be right back. Welcome back, folks, everybody. The beginning of the softball season. Softball and baseball, we'll be bringing them both to you, and I love it. Behind home plate, there is no place I would rather be in the world tonight than watching the Westerly Bulldogs compete here in Westerly. We are watching varsity softball, who hold a 3-0 lead over the Rogers Vikings to open the season. We are in the top of the 5th inning. The Bulldogs playing a very fundamental game. Both pitchers pitching a good game. Ward for the Vikings and Murdoch for the Bulldogs. At the plate, Brian for the first baseman for the Vikings. And the pitch over the plate, little off speed, inside corner. Tough pitch to hit for sure. The senior for the Vikings with an 0-1 count. And the pitch inside, hard ground ball to third base. Handled by Gracciolo and throw to first is on time. Out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for the Bulldogs. All the Bulldogs are doing is what they're asked to do, each position so far today. And the pitch is a steer right across the outside corner for the lefty. Palmer, the freshman at bat. The pitch over the heart of the plate, fouled away. The count 1-2. Maybe a hit upstairs. So we have senior versus freshman here. A quick 0-2 count. 1 out in the inning. I would say that this is a heavy advantage of Murdoch. She's right up on the plate. Trying to play for that outside pitch, but going to be careful for the inside. One tries to go even further outside. And she does chase, fouls it away. Good job protecting the plate. However, that was way outside. Again, right up on the plate, 0-2 count. 2 down, top 5. 1 down, correction, top 5. And that one is way outside. A good throwaway pitch for the count 1-2. And that's over the middle of the plate. Ground ball handled well by the shortstop. Throw to first. And it is caught. 2 down. Valentini secures it for the out. Nobody on. 2 outs. Top 5. 3-0. You've seen the Bulldogs play defense. You've seen the Bulldogs bunt. You've seen a little bit of hitting sprinkled in. The pitch, beauty, breaks, stays over the outside of the plate. Great job painting the corners. Coach calls timeout when I talk to the batter here. Haven't been able to really do much with what Murdoch is delivering. She's doing a great job with control, a good job with off speed. Hasn't thrown anything piping hot, but you don't need to. if you know how to use the corner, and if you know how to go high-low, then speed really is pretty irrelevant. And the pitch over the heart of the plate, a little bit high, a little bit in, swing and a miss. And we have Margolis, the junior outfielder for Rogers, at the plate with 2 outs, nobody on. And that one's right over the heart of the plate as well. Strike 2, quickly 0-2. Margolis sisters on the team for Rogers. This would be Kaylee. And that one goes behind her, doesn't touch her though. No one on base to advance. And that's just an interesting ball. Good job getting away from it. So we're at 1-2 here, folks. 2 outs. 3-0. Rogers very alive in the dugout. And that one is inside and a little bit too far inside. We are all the way back to 2-2. And the pitch is over the plate, and that is going to end the inning with the strikeout looking. Bulldogs head to the bottom of the 5th. Murdoch through 5 clean innings, no runs, given up. Only 1 runner in scoring position has been allowed by Murdoch today. And the Bulldog defense, a credit to that as well. So Rogers takes the field to warm up here for the bottom of the 5th. And again, Rogers' pitcher is doing a good job. Appears a little frustrated, but has been playing the corners of the plate. Hasn't given up much. The confusion in the 1st inning with the approach of the Bulldogs was a great job coaching-wise to come out in that manner. He knew that his team's one of their strong points, so he debuted the season with it. And when you do that and you open a game with it, the defense can never forget it. You at any point in time, anywhere in the order, can drop down a bunt. That's impressive to open the season. You can also pull back and swing the bat, as has been done twice by Gabriella Brennan, 2 for 2 with 2 slashes. Put forward the bunt, pull back, full swing. 2 beauties up the middle. How to defend her in the infield becomes a very complicated decision for the team. It's things like that that produce runs. And it was the second one that ended up producing the 3rd run. So, we're about to start the bottom of the 5th. Alex Storr leads off for the Bulldogs. Gabriella Brennan on deck. And she squares the bunt. It's up there. It's high. And it's going to bounce into foul territory. Foul ball. Dangerous for Storr. Any bunt that goes upwards is dangerous. Don't like to pop out. Got to get it on the ground and force the defense to do 3 things. Field it, throw it, and have the first baseman catch it. If you pop it up, you only need to do 1 thing. Catch it. Pitch number 2, up high. I'd rather make the defense do 3 things any day than just do 1. And the pitch. Pitches away, fouls away, out of play. And the pitch over the heart of the plate and fouled straight back. Good swing, good two-strike swing. Again, this is Storer at bat, leading off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Bulldogs.
One ball, two strikes.
The count 1-2. The pitch, change up. She waited on it, did a good job, got a good piece of it high. A little confusion in the outfield, but the center fielder does make the catch. That's about the furthest any ball's been hit all night. So it is a fly out for the Bulldogs. And there is one out. Gabriella Brennan lets the first pitch go. Low and inside. The count 1-0. Third baseman playing very close, very close. Very dangerous if she remembers about this slash I'm referring to. If she does that and gets a hold of it, that's a dangerous spot to be. And the square that pulls it back, goes with the pitch the other way. Make them do three things, field it, throw it, and catch it. They did. Nearly safe, but good job defensively by the Rogers Vikings for the out. And so far in her three at-bats all season, that's what we've seen. She kind of pulled back and gave it away a little bit early this third time, but regardless, she stands 2 for 3 in her opening game, and that is a good way to start the season. And the first pitch is low and called the ball. The pitcher, Elena Murdoch, at bat for the Bulldogs, trying to help her own cause. They haven't had any scoring in the last 3 innings. And that pitch is low. It's going to be 2-0. Pitch count is starting to rise up here a little bit for Ward of the Rogers Vikings. Fixing up the rubber a little bit. And the pitch over the plate is fouled away. Tailing fastball. Uses the corners a lot of breaking stuff. Fastball's not overpowering as far as speed. Doesn't need to be if you hit your spots, which Murdoch has been doing. Murdoch can throw hard as well. And the pitch crosses the outside corner for the strike. 2 strikes now. Coach calling in pitches from the side. And the breaking ball gets a beautiful piece of it. And that's going to be a single into short center field. A great job of hitting with 2 strikes to help her own cause. Bulldogs now have a runner on first. We have Emma Caracciolo at the plate, the third baseman for the Bulldogs, who is 1 for 2 with a RBI. Opposite field hitting RBI. Stealing second base. The throw had to pump once, and that cost the Vikings. Safely at second base, we now find Murdoch, who is suddenly in scoring position, really helping her own cause. Now only a single away from a run are the Bulldogs. Emma show that she can go both ways with it. Pitch outside, and it is a ball. Ward gets the pitch off of her wrist, and it comes in outside, and it is a strike over the outside corner. Something you kind of have to expect in that situation if you're Emma. She has proven she can put it on that side of the field, though. Inside, fouled up, and out of play. 2 strikes here. Runner in scoring position.
Two balls, two strikes.
Arnold, the catcher, on deck. 2-2 count. Right over the plate and swings and misses. That was a beauty. Good pitch. That was about one of the harder pitches we've seen Ward throw for Rogers tonight. Count remains 2-2. And another one over the outside corner, fouled away. And the changeup, great job of waiting, just a little too soft. Tries to go the other way with the changeup. That pitch was a beauty. That was the best pitch of the night. Tough pitch to handle, almost handled it. Credit goes out to Ward and the Vikings on that one. The Bulldogs are retired. No harm done. The score remains 3-0 Westerly as we venture into the 6th inning. Only 2 innings left, folks. 6 outs away from the Bulldogs winning their first contest of the season. They have played a clean game, to say the least. Fundamentals all the way across the board, from bunting to fielding to backing players up thus far. But I must say, I must give credit to Ward, the pitcher for Rogers, pitching a great game herself. And we're in the top of the 6th inning, and Murdoch is warming up. And it looks like we are going to get the freshman outfielder Connolly to lead off the inning for Rogers. Murdoch v. Connolly opening up the top of the 6th here at Similar Field. I am the voice, Greg Morano. We are Westerly.live, and the pitch is coming in. Warming up, throwing the second, and we are now ready to go. Coach calling to watch the bunt, but not moving his players in all that much. And it's on the inside corner. Beautiful pitch. Steve Reich. And swing and a miss on a beauty. Murdoch's been doing a good job with the leadoff hitters all night. And that pitch is away. And that pitch is low and away. And that called the ball. Not sure where that one missed exactly, but umpire has been pretty much dead on. I am right behind him and above him, so I'll grade him, but he gets an A for the day. We got a loud environment. It's beautiful to hear sports again. Pitches inside, and the first ball of the game delivered by either team. Murdoch gives the runner first base. Only one walk through 5 complete innings. Very impressive. Like I said, 2 very good pitchers going at it here. I'd expect an aggressive offense out of Rogers. This is their best opportunity, having a run around with nobody out for the first time tonight. And the pitch over the plate, nice pitch, and it is upstairs though, called the ball. Somebody's out. There is a runner infraction at first base. It's being explained, and the runner is now out. The Bulldogs have an out. There is no longer anybody on base. It is being explained to the coach. Nobody is arguing. I cannot provide any further information. It is a positive for Westerly. And the pitch low and inside, fouled away. We have Letty, the third baseman, junior third baseman from Rogers at the plate. The score 3-0. We are in the top of the 6th inning. We are 5 outs away from a season opening victory for the Lady Bulldogs here in fast pitch softball. And a slow breaking ball upstairs. 3 balls, 1 strike. You can see the fatigue a little bit, but she's doing a really good job throughout the game. A lot of pitches got to wear on you. Velocity's down a little bit, so the breaks aren't coming quite as hard across the plate. As I say that, one of her harder pitches of the evening, another strike, full count. I should keep talking about how tired she is, and it'll just inspire her. So the Bulldogs back in a normal defensive locale. We have 1 out. And the pitch inside fouled, 2 strikes. Third baseman at bat for Rogers. Our 1 out came to an infraction on the runner of Rogers. And the pitch breaks away, a beauty. That was a beauty, low and away. Froze Letty of Rogers. Big pitch at a big spot. 2 outs for the Bulldogs, just like that. Nobody on, 3-0, 2 outs. Demore for her 3rd at bat of the evening. The shortstop, the senior shortstop, watches strike 1, changeup, come over the plate. It's a good game defensively if we're here in the 6th inning and you're just getting your order to their 3rd at bat. And it breaks away. And it is a strike, hit the front corner, beautiful pitch. Trying to end the inning quickly. Give her armor rest, less pitches would be ideal. And right over the plate, popped up. Second baseman's looking at it, got it. And it isn't able to hold on to it. It is going to be an error on the second baseman for the Bulldogs. And that will leave 2 outs and a runner on first. They'll be telling this team to let it go, move on. 2 outs, 1 runner on. And the sole lefty wild pitch to move somebody to scoring position. All right, scoring position for the 3rd time today. Rogers hasn't been able to reach 3rd base. 2 outs. The outfielder, senior outfielder, Cranston, number 15, squares the bunt, pulls back, gets the ball. Got to remember there's 2 outs, so she bunts. Somebody needs to get over to first base. Be it the second baseman or the pitcher, they can't let that go. That's the prime out. You're up 3 runs. You got to forget about the guy on second base. You got to let it go in the 6th. And that pitch is outside. The Bulldogs are far too worried about the runner on second. There's 2 outs in a 3-0 game. Focus on getting the batter out. There's 2 outs. They're not going to bunt. And another pitch outside. And that's going to be a walk. And that's going to be a harmless walk. The players on the field got to understand that walk isn't a bad thing. Buffy calling timeout to speak to his pitcher. That creates his force out at any base for the Bulldogs. A walk there is much better than leaving one over the plate hanging and giving up a single that turns into an RBI. Whenever there's a guy on second base and 2 outs, and you're the defense, you throw nowhere near the plate, really. If they want to chase for an out, that's great, let them. If not, create a force out at any base. You win in both scenarios, but you never let them get a hit. So here we are with runners on first and second, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Number third baseman Letty at bat for the Vikings, who has had a productive day. The first pitch breaks away, up and away, 1-0. We do have a loud crowd here. It's great to hear, great to see. Sports again. And the pitch up and gets over the head of the catcher. That is very, very effective for the Vikings, as both runners, which was in a force at any base, turns into 2 men on in scoring position. A single can make this a 1-run ball game, folks. Big spot for a big hitter. Third baseman Letty inside, and that is going to be a strike. The junior for the Vikings. Biggest spot today for them, biggest opportunity. Not only get 2 runs, but you clearly get momentum if you can drop a single here. Nice pitch by Murdoch. Right down the middle, a little bit more on it. Count even at 2-2. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Twos everywhere. Westerly needs 3s. Strike 3, out 3. And that's a ball. That's ball 3. That's not the 3 they wanted. 3-2 count here, folks. Again, a walk is better than leaving one over the plate. Create a force before you leave a ball hanging. And it's an inside pitch. It's a beauty. Fielded by the third baseman, Crutchlow, all the way across the diamond. Good throw, good play, ends the threat. Just like that. Just good job by the Bulldogs to end the Rogers threat. Definitely demoralizing, not getting anything out of that inning for the Rogers Vikings. Now the Bulldogs get their chance. If they can tack on a few, it'll be their last at bat. The score 3-0. Bottom of the 6th inning. The Bulldogs lead Rogers in their season opening varsity softball game. The weather is pretty perfect without the sun, a little chilly, but no one's complaining. They're all glad they can be here. We all miss sports. But even if you can't be here, that's why we're here. We're here when you're not. We are Westerly.live. All Westerly sports all the time. Our schedule can be found at Westerly.live. So the Vikings return to the field, a bit demoralized, I'm sure. Ward has had a very good game pitching. Again, besides the first inning bunting, Westerly's only scored 1 run. So she's done a good job of keeping the reins in from the Bulldogs batters. Bulldogs, however, are only 3 outs away from a victory. Did a great job last inning getting out of a jam. Rogers has put them in about 2 jams today. The Bulldogs doing a nice job getting out of both with no damage. I'm telling you, I'm thinking Coach Leppy's decision was partially based on the condition of the dirt in pregame, because this field was very wet, and it was worked on for a while, and the dirt was also wet, which would slow things down, especially in a bunt situation. You could get a dead stop to a bunt, or you could bunt hard over it, and that may have played into his position. Regardless, you have to have players who know how to do it, and in the preseason, he obviously emphasized it and came right out and attacked with it. Scored 2 runs, and they haven't looked back. Currently holding a 3-0 lead. Third baseman playing about halfway between third and the batter. Dina Arnold at bat. First pitch, high and away. Dina's doing a good job behind the plate. And the pitch is inside, fouled away. The only things that have gotten by Dina behind the plate have been uncatchable. Definitely not pass balls, they are wild pitches. She has kept everything in front of her, done everything that's been asked, and the catcher is in the ankless position. And the off-speed pitch is fouled out of play. Now on the Rogers side, Ward is doing a great job of changing speed. That was a tough one to get a hold of. Arnold did a great job of sitting back on it, just missing it, just getting under it by a bit. And still a little bit harder outside. Arnold with a good eye, and the count 2-2. Rogers definitely wants to get this first out for sure. Shaking her arm around a little bit, might be showing a little bit of signs of tiredness. Shortness. The pitch is inside, and that's a good. That's a strike called by the umpire. That'll be strike 3, and the first out for the Bulldogs. At bat, Lily Vedolino. 1 out, nobody on for the Bulldogs. And the first pitch over the plate, swing and fouled back. Strike 1, 0-1 count. 1 out here, bottom 6 inning. Little huddle at the mound. What the Vikings don't want to do is let the Bulldogs add anything on. Discussion is over, and any kind of disruption is over, and we're back at play. Whatever discrepancy or tension was involved is now over, and we move forward. We have 1 out. Vedolino at bat, nobody on. 3-0 lead. And over the plate, just a bit high, good eye. And the pitch fades away towards the outside of the plate. Good job trying to go with it. Fouls it away. Now the Bulldogs haven't been pounding the ball by any means. Like I said, Ward's been very effective.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Both pitchers. Murdoch's been, obviously, 0 runs through 6. She's been flawless. And it's high and away. Good eye. She's done a great job with speed variation. She's done a great job with location. And she's allowed her defense to play defense. And the pitch over the plate is a fly ball to second base. And second baseman catches it for the second out of the inning for the Bulldogs, who have 2 outs with Tenuta at the correction, Valentini at the plate, nobody on. And the first pitch inside, she turns away. And that's the ball on the outside. And that's right over the heart of the plate. Let's go. That's strike 2. So the Vikings are moments away from their last chance here in what is their second game. However, their first game was out of conference. And that pitch is on the inside corner, fouled away. Where South Kingstown bettered them by a score of 13-0. This game's still within the realm of possibilities. They just need to get their bats alive and hope that Murdoch can't continue what she's continued to do. A nice little knuckleball. Tried to throw something in there that we haven't seen all night. A lot of movement on it, just wasn't near the plate. So that's a walk. The Bulldogs will get a free base. And we actually are 0-1 overall. We lost to Portsmouth Saturday 7-3. This is our home opener. So both squads 0-1 out of conference, and this will be their first mark in conference play. And they watch a ball. Cassie Birch at the bat with an orange bat. Can't miss that. And right over the plate. Throw down to first. Nothing there. Watches strike 2 go by. Got an 0-2 count. 2 outs. 1 man on. I expect Ward to come right at her here. They have no time for anything fancy with a runner on. And they do right over the plate. Fouled away. They don't want a pass ball or anything that could put another runner in scoring position to really put some insurance on this ball game. They want to end the inning, and they want to see if they can do something magical with their bats. 3 runs is not all that magical in reality. Put some hits together, maybe a walk. And the pitch goes the other way with it. Good job of hitting, but the first baseman fields it and ends the inning. Taps on first, and we are heading to the top of the 7th inning, folks. The Westerly Bulldogs 3, the Rogers Vikings 0. This is Rogers' last chance to tie the game, and we are going to head to commercial first. back, welcome back. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, and we are Westerly.live, your source for Westerly sports all the time. We are here when you can't be. The score, 3-0. The situation, top of the 7th inning. Our Westerly Bulldogs are winning 3-0 over the Rogers Vikings. 3 outs away from their home opener in conference. Looking to go 1-0 in conference as they are 0-1 at the moment. Both squads out of league play. Westerly dropping one to Portsmouth and Rogers dropping one to South Kingstown on Saturday. Murdoch has done a great job of not allowing the batters for the Vikings to get any balance. She's done a great job with speed variation. She's done a great job with location. Rarely throwing it over the heart of the plate. Always using the edges, always using up and down. Changing speeds, huge. And again, allowing the defense to play defense. Not feeling like she needs to do all the work. It's been a good opening performance for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can put it in the books. First pitch, low and inside. Rogers' perspective, 3 runs. Can definitely happen. Leadoff man on, very helpful. One and 0, the pitch. Inside, nearly hits her, 2-0. We got Riley, the second baseman junior from Rogers at the plate. And it's inside, a little knuckle screwball there. Being very careful here, which is surprising. I would have thought they would have gone right at the batter, try to get the first out of the inning. And that one's going to be called a strike. Went over the plate. Not high on velocity. Batter clearly waiting to see a strike. Now will swing freely. Arnold doing a great job behind the plate. And that's ball 4, a little bit high and away. Everywhere that Murdoch throws it, she's doing a good job of swallowing it up as humanly possible. Exactly what Rogers wanted here, folks. Leadoff man on. Only down 3. I've played in games with much bigger comebacks. Murdoch needs to keep her patience, keep the plate, and let the defense do the work now. Really let the defense do the work. Can't give it to him for free. She's done her job to get through 6 innings. Now let the rest of the team come in. The pitch is a beauty inside, right in the inside corner. Still doing a beautiful job painting the corners, Murdoch is. Speed is varying a great deal. And pitch number 2 is low. It's hit. It's popped up. Should be crunchy a little by and it is caught by the third baseman. Emma Carrillo swallows up the pop fly in foul territory. 1 out for the Bulldogs, and that's a big one. Palmer at bat for Rogers. The catcher, freshman. 1 man on, 1 out. 3-0 deficit for Rogers. And the pitch, opposite field, beautiful hit. Left center field. It down, runners trying to and doesn't do so. Puts 2 runners in scoring position. Had to play at second if somebody on Western communicated and could have yelled to her, but regardless, this inning's going in the direction of Rogers. It's 3-0. Now Rogers has 2 people in scoring position and is 1 single away from making this a 1-run ball game with the tying run on base. Now you don't want to give any good pitches at all here because a walk doesn't kill you. It adds forces everywhere, but it puts the tying run on base. First pitch, strike, nice pitch. You knew they were going to wait for one, got it out of the way. You got to let her play. That last hit was a beauty. Opposite field, left center. You couldn't do it any better. That was the most solid hit of the ball game. Either team. And that pitch is up. And it was effective because now they have two people in scoring position. Tension on both sides. This is what you like, folks. The pitch inside and low and the ball. You know she's getting a little bit tired. Rubbing her arm a little bit before. Just looking for 2 more outs. Rogers not really looking for a sacrifice. They're looking for a hit. And that is a strike over the outside corner. Nice pitch. Paints the corner on that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not leaving anything down hitter's row. Definitely depending on the umpire in the corner. And that's right over the plate. As soon as one second, fielded pitch. And go anywhere. We're going to have an argument with the umpire. Runner on third didn't read it, didn't have time. Great job looking back by the second baseman.
17 for 4.
Oh, they're just talking about a substitution at the plate. Beautiful play by the Bulldogs. To go back to that. And 2 outs. The Bulldogs are on 1 out away. There are 2 runners in scoring position. Now, as a Bulldog, they're invisible. Those 2 runners do not exist. They mean nothing. All that matters is who's at bat. So you pitch as though there's nobody on base. You play defense as though nobody's on base. They're in a completely straight up standard defense. And the first pitch is right. You don't really even get how much they lead. They can dance with 2 outs and a 3-run lead. 2 people are irrelevant. Murdoch trying to put a cap on a season opening victory in league. Open the season at home with a victory. And the pitch down the middle for a strike. Substitution brings up Cherry for Rogers. The pitch is a beauty. Strike 2, and the Bulldogs are 1 strike away from their first home victory of the season and a 1-0 in-conference record. The pitch over the middle, called ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little bit low. Count is 2. And the game outside. She's been there all day. And right over the middle, swing and a miss. And that is a Bulldogs victory, folks. The score, Westerly Bulldogs 3, Rogers Vikings 0. And a home opening victory for the Bulldogs. Puts them at 1-0 in division, 1-1 overall. Rogers drops to 0-1 out of league, 0-1 in division. A beautiful job by Elena. A beautiful job pitching for the Bulldogs by Elena Murdoch. A great job defensively all around. And a great game. And it's just great to see them back out on the field. Baseball and softball coming your way. We are Westerly.live. Thank you for viewing, and we will see you next time.